Once again, I would like to invite each one of you to start your cameras so you can see you. Stay connected. Hi, Disha. Hi, Nanda. Uh, Gauri, Ruchi, Vaishali. We're waiting for your cameras to on. Uh, so it's a beautiful evening where I connect with something very, very important for me. And that's Neuro Linguistic Programming. Life is happening. When something happens, then I have to find out a way to do something, the trial and error part of it. I always assume that life is to be managed somehow. And, you have to learn from whatever people are doing or situations are doing. And then I started hearing some words called NLP, Neuro Linguistic Programming. And I kind of got curious while reading a book. And then this idea came up like, there is something, I don't have to be reacting to the life. There is a possibility that I can also understand life. And what could be the simpler way of doing that? That is what I was always looking for, the simple tools, techniques which I can use, and it can be easy, and not just easy, that I can also be active and influential in the way I can participate in life. So is that even possible? So that is where I started searching and understanding and learning and wanting to know more. And that's where neuro-linguistic programming came into my life. What is so special about today's talk is that we have a master trainer, CJ Jayachandra, who's been training NLPers for quite some time, many years now, from 2008. He's been practicing it from 1999, I guess. That is the number I remember year he had shared with me. And most importantly, it is how you make it a way of your life. How do you live effortlessly, simply, rather than doing the trial and errors of life? What is the magic, with which we can become the magicians of our life, and how it can simply be a part of our life? And that's where CJ Jayachandra comes in. Today, he's going to share, throw some light, because we are all understanding NLP. What is NLP? We want to know this word because this neuro, that I remember one person approached me and said, neuro माने वो कुछ डॉक्टर वॉक्टर का होता है क्या? तुम यू डॉक्टर? तो मैंने कहा नहीं, डॉक्टर तो नहीं हूँ, बट लैंग्वेज एंड लोगों के साथ कैसे मिलने जुलना है, उसकी आसानी का शायद कुछ अंडरस्टैंडिंग आपको यहाँ पे मिल सकता है. So all of that, the simplicity of bringing in life and learning is what I see NLP is, and how to make it a part of life, and then why you should really make it a part of your life. Some light will be thrown by him. Jayachandra is not just a master trainer of NLP. He's been changing lives through many phenomenal programs like teaching clinical hypnotherapy. Then there is past life regression, coaching, executive coaching, life coaching, and teaching the NLP way of even counseling. So a lot of things are happening, and he has been transforming and teaching for a long time now. Most importantly, he teaches NLP using NLP. And that is the time for us to understand and learn this Charishma and really know how it helps us. So I'm going to invite CJ Jayachandra now to take over and take us through the journey of what is NLP. Over to you, Jay.
All right. Thank you, Gayatri, for that sharing your experience. So, hi, everyone. What is NLP? So I thought of preparing some slides. I said, no, it's all a kind of the age-old model of preparing slides and then posting it over there and then talking from the background and making you see. So let us use this way. How many of you had heard about this NLP, so-called NLP? You would have Googled it, you would have thought over it, you would have talked over it. So how many of you know about NLP? Dr. Disha is raising the hand. I know that you have already done. I'm also, Valaya Kulkarni, go ahead, unmute yourself. I'll come to Disha after some time. Unmute yourself.
I heard about NLP today. Like when I heard about this session being conducted, I searched a bit about it and now I'm listening to it to know more.
Okay. Right. Okay. Who else? NLP. Others are so silent. Okay, so let me ask Dr. Disha to share briefly, crisply. So, yeah.
Very good evening, Dr. Jay. It's nice to see you after so long. It's been like 2017 and now we are reconnecting. I hope I'm audible.
Yes, you
I'm
are.
audible.
You are.
And a very good evening to Gayatri Ma'am also. It's nice seeing you all here together. So with NLP and very crisp, as Dr. Jay said, so I take these three acronyms separately. So neuro is something related to our mind. Linguistic is something related to the language. And P stands for programming, how we program our language in such a way that the brain is fed in a way that it works accordingly as we desire it to work. So as Gayatri ma'am just said that there are things that are happening in our life and it keeps happening. I mean, goods and bads that keep gonna come. So we cannot stop them because that is how life is made by God Almighty. So with NLP, you can work in any area of your life. And to be very frank, it's not that the theoretical part that I'm just sharing with everyone. So with Dr. J, when I did this program back in 2017, that was 1 week program that was held in Fagwara. And this message simply came across by one of my peers, and she shared, and I'm thankful to Narendra ma'am right here. And luckily now with me, I have Mankirat also. We are working as colleagues in the same department and we keep sharing. So Gayatri ma'am, Dr. J, they're always on our mind. So we keep asking about new programs. So we are sharing. And Dr. J, very soon we are hoping to come up with something in our university also. So GN is hoping with fingers crossed that this time we're going to run something for our students. So NLP has worked wonderfully well in my area, I should say. So something that's related to education. And Dr. J, you'd be really happy to know that beside being writing research papers and articles, I've already penned down 7 research papers on NLP. And everywhere you are, they have been mentioned, you've been acknowledged for that you have taught this thing to me. And luckily, 2 of my research scholars, one is working on Bhagavad Gita, and she's incorporating NLP and Bhagavad Gita together. I guess she'll be soon joining also, Ranjana Verma. I have shared the link with her as well. I hope she was here in the last 5 minutes. She's having some technical glitches. She'll join you. And she has many questions and many ideas to share with you too. So there's another one. So we are using this NLP model not only on education, the education sector, but we're making sure that how this NLP is helping a businessman across the globe. So I've got many connections who are there into their business world and how they are incorporating it. So it's just a switch over the mind, like switch technique, meta modeling. Anchoring is something that I have been using it with my students, and I really see good results in it. And I really wish, Dr. J, if you can guide me and Gayatri ma'am together, that I want to continue with this journey. So I came to know about Brain Gym. I searched about it last night, and I happened to find that there are numerous programs in that. And I would request Dr. J to throw some light upon that later. So thank you. This is what I want to share.
All right. So for others, for the newcomers, it will be like a kind of MLM marketing, Disha. Yes. I don't know what kind of what I get it. I get your point. Yeah, I get your point. So I'm sharing how it will sound, how it can sound. So nice of you that how much you are using that NLP in your work area and in your personal life. I'm happy to hear, because NLP is something I came to know in the year 1998. And then my first book was The New Technology of Achievement by Steve Andreas. And from then on, the journey started. So instead of saying my story, in simple terms, NLP is Neuro Linguistic Programming. So do you have something called nervous system, neurology in yourself? Do you have it? So let us check. Pinch somewhere. Pinch. So if you pinch, you can sense, right? So if you are sensing it, it means there is a nervous system inside which is transferring your sensation. Okay. Now, as you are pinching, it means it is comfortable for you. You know that somewhere your mind recognizes that you are pinching your hand. It is not so terrible for you. And there is no reaction that the other hand is going to make. Isn't it? It means there is a sensation and there is a communication. It's called linguistic communication. Okay. There is a sensation, there is a communication. And there is a communication internally as well as externally also. That's called the linguistic part. And the P is the programming part. It means we are programmed in some level in our mind. Okay, we are conditioned from our day one from the womb. Okay, the psychology says that the child in the womb is getting conditioned. Through mother, we are not only receiving the food through the placenta, but also her thoughts and emotions that we receive. Okay. Now, how we are conditioned? We are conditioned with the beliefs of our parents, significant people, the family members, and the society and our community, and all this cultural conditioning gets in our mind. And many times it is useful and many times it is not useful. When those programs are not useful, then it limits us. We feel stressful, we feel stuck. We will not be in a position to do what we want to do. How many of you want success in your life? Or still, working? How many of you say, no, I don't want success in my life? So if you are aspiring to be successful, it is not possible without you. In the way that you think, in the way that you process, in the way that you feel, in the way that you take action. So there are three things. One is neuro, the other one is linguistic, the other one is programming. Okay. Whatever we see, hear, feel, taste, as well as we sense, it goes inside our system through our environment. And it gets processed in our mind. And then it's called perception. And then we take action. And in between perception and action, there is something called programming. Imagine it's like the weights that is pulling us back. We want to go forward, but the weights, the boulders, the stones that is hanging, it is pulling us back. Right? Now, how to release it? It's a question mark. How many of you say that in my life there are challenges and I am struggling or I had struggled? Those who say yes, you can say it, you can show, yeah, I'm seeing it, right? So without challenges, there is no life, right? That's the practical reality. Now the question is, you read self-help book, it says, yeah, there will be challenges, then you can be successful. Now, how to make that success possible from where you are to where you want to go? Have you ever asked it? If you listen to a motivational speaker for 30 minutes or for 1 hour, there will be a power-packed motivational sessions. And they are going to bring in all kind of people, the excellent people. They are going to show it to you. They are going to say that, yes, this happened and you can also do that. But the reality is something different. How to make that happen? That's the question mark. That's where NLP comes into picture. So one of the statement that NLP says is, we are going through an experience and there is a structure for our experience. Okay. Can we put it into test? Reality test? Close your eyes, each one of you. Close your eyes and pick a challenging moment or a sad moment. Go to that moment in your mind. So from your memories, just close your eyes, go to a moment where you felt sad. That moment. Go to that moment. Okay. Do not open your eyes. Keep your eyes closed. Go to that moment. You are safe and secure. No problem. You go to that moment. As you are in the moment, now notice how is your feeling. Okay. How is your feeling? Notice it. And the sensation, whether there is any sensation on your throat, in your chest area, or your stomach. Notice it. Or in your head. Right? Now what you do, sitting over there, if you are inside that particular scene, memory, step out, step back, and then move that scene 10 feet away from you. Step back and step out of that memory and then move that memory 10 feet from you. And notice the sensation and the feeling, whether it had got less. Now what you do, if it is a colorful image, make it black and white. If it's a colorful image, make it black and white. Okay. And if there is voices, means the sound, reduce it slowly. Reduce it or mute it so that you don't hear any sound. And once you do that, notice your feelings and your sensation. And now take a moment, still move that image further 10 feet away. Means as of now, 20 feet away from you is that image. Ensure that it is in black and white. It is 20 feet away and the sound is muted. Okay. Now what you do, mentally say to yourself, whatever the learning is from this particular incident, let it be with me. Only the learnings, let it be with me. And now see that image moving farther away from you. As it moves, it becomes smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. It's moving further away from you. As it moves away, it becomes smaller and smaller and smaller. It becomes so small, like a tiny dot, and it just disappears. All right. At this moment, slowly come back here. Bring your awareness back. Rub your palms, cup your eyes, open your eyes wide awake. All right, so let me know what happened to you, your experience.
Would you like to share, Gauri?
मला असं वाटलं की ती नाही छोटी झाली इमेज
Okay.
असं.
What is it?
She says that I didn't feel that image has gone small.
I did?
The image has not changed its shape. It is not.
All right, that's fine. But how is the feeling? Whether the feeling,
Hello.
what happened to that? It did not get small, but what happened to her? How did you feel?
I've been leaving by 11:30. My bus is at 12 o'clock in the night.
म्हणजे
म्हणजे आता
डिस्टन्स
कसं वाटतंय?
वाढल्यानंतर हो डिस्टन्स वाढलं ना इमेजचं त्यावेळेस थोडं फिलिंग हा ठीक आहे लांबून पाहिलं तर थोडं वेगळं वाटलं जवळ होते त्यावेळेस म्हणजे धडधड होती
हा.
जास्त लांब आल्यानंतर थोडीशी कमी वाटली जरा फक्त
So she says when the image was closer, when it was, I was feeling palpitations. But
Yes.
when the image went far away, I started feeling better.
Yes. So that's a shift.
येस
So it means here we are doing a demonstration. If it is going to be a real work, we are going to sit over there and go through that and study and do that in a different way. Okay. Right. What about others?
Yeah, I'll go. For me, I was experiencing sadness and anger also, and there was shivering in body. But as image moved 10 feet away, it got reduced as the color black it changed to black and white. The feelings and sensations got further reduced. And when it went for more far away, it kind of almost gone, and I started feeling like neutralized, that those anger and sadness and body sensations.
Isn't it? Yeah. So it's so simple and effective. For some, it's possible like this. What about others?
Yeah, Vishaka here, Valaya, Disha, Rupali.
Mostly
Hello.
we will ask from the people, the first timers, so that, and then we will go for those who have already done.
Would you like to share, Valaya?
I was uncomfortable. I kept feeling uncomfortable, so I just stopped thinking. I was uncomfortable, so I just stopped. I did not think over it.
Okay.
I was not listening.
Okay. So Valaya, there was more of uncomfortability, you stopped. Okay.
Yes.
It means if you have done it, then that uncomfortability would have reduced.
I wasn't ready to, like, I was so uncomfortable that I just stopped.
So can you see that memory is within us only, means within you. Each one of us carry those memories, right? The experiences are stored in our system. And if it goes unaddressed, what do you think that will happen to you? There is no medication, there is no medicine that can resolve this, my friends. No medicine. It's there inside you. It's sitting. It's waiting. Isn't it? So memories are so powerful. And anything can trigger. It's like the stimulus. Anything can trigger. How many of you get triggered by a name of a person with whom you had an uncomfortable experience? The moment that name comes and flashes in your mobile, how many of you get triggered? Oh my God. At the same time, how many of you get triggered if someone whom you love and whom you expect and whom you wanted to connect, at that moment, that person's name flashes? How many of you feel that particular enzyme, hormone in you moving, and you feel so blissful or happy and joyful? How many of you feel? So the simplest thing is you feel. Simplest thing here is, with NLP, you will be controller of your emotional states first. When you're going for success, when you're going towards success, the so-called challenges at any point in time can trigger all these unresourceful states inside you. The moment you become anger or sad, at that moment, if you have noticed, our thinking capability will not be appropriate. Have you noticed it? You might be struggling to be creative, but that emotions, that particular memory of the past will be standing before you. Now, what are you doing with that? It's my question. Brushing under the carpet and then happily sleeping that nothing will happen to me? Or going and praying to God and say, God, please do come and save. You are my savior. I'm bribing you this much. I'm giving you one coconut. Every day I'm coming. Every week I'm coming. Or going to an astrologer saying that, okay, what kind of planetary positions are there? But remember, everything is good. But it's like old strategies. Why do you think divine had created us? One of the most intelligent organism on earth now. Do you all believe you are intelligent? I don't understand. Do some emotion, no? Emoji, no? If you are saying this or that, do some emoji. There is an emoji, do that. Or the chat. Do you believe you are intelligent? I should have checked in the beginning. What? All silent. Ajinkya Gaekwad gives a Bahubali-like arms. Okay. But nothing, only one message. So it means that apart from one person, other people might be intelligent or super intelligent. I don't know. Yeah, I'm getting 2, Vishaka, and 3. What about others? See, super intelligence, they know that they know everything, but they are in a position not to use that intelligence. That I call it a super intelligence. They know that they know everything, but when the time comes, okay. Yes, Varma, we learn every day. My question was, are you intelligent? Do you believe you are intelligent? My next question is, so if that is the case, what have you been doing with your memories? Every day it is popping up. What have you done with that? And it is stopping you. Some things are like small speed breakers, some things are like larger ones, some things are like, there is a big ditch. There is a saying in NLP by Alfred Koripsky. It's an important saying. It's like, God may forgive your sins, but your nervous system won't. I'm repeating it. God may forgive your sins, but your nervous system won't. Because your nervous system has stored this inside you. All the memories inside. If you are intelligent, going to that memories and then learning from that. But as someone said, going to that memory is so scary for me. I don't want to face it. And I will not face it. And I'm not ready to learn. Because going back, revisiting my past, no, not at all. Some people keep saying that, okay, forget about the past. Yeah, chodo usko. What chodo? If that is going to be that easy, I think all the people would have been so blissful. Even if you want to close a business deal, without your mind, you cannot do that. And all your past stands before you. So what we are saying is, using this NLP technology, we can reprogram our mind, means our memories. We cannot delete our memories. We can reprogram. So comfortably, we can take the juice out of it, the pulp out of it. That is called learning. Just saying that, okay, you learn from your past, nothing will happen. There is a structure. There is a step-by-step procedure. Do you ask a child to learn math on their own, science on their own? How many of your parents? Do you think they will learn on their own? Just go and say no. Learn on your own. You are intelligent. There is a step-by-step process. Our experience has a structure. So NLP gives a framework to understand the structure first. It's a step-by-step process for us to work with our past and also parallelly design our future. We are the co-creators. We are the designer of our life. We can design the future. The outside world is the reflection of your inside world. The outside world is the reflection of your inside world. Now, there are two things. One is the past, the other one is the future. You are the person over here dealing inside both. There is something called stuck. How many of you had felt that stuckness? If you have felt that stuckness, it means you go blank, you don't know what to do, you cannot think at that moment, and you are still, that's it. Or in the highest level, it's called panic attack. How many of you get stuck? So you know why the stuckness is? The conflict between your past and your future. And you are stuck here. Don't know what to do. That's it. Do you think automatically it will get resolved? If it happens, let me know. That's an NLP technology. The process, it's very simple. When we understand the past, and the future, then we can make use of it. We are tremendously powerful beings. And you know what? As I said, we got conditioned from our past. It means we have modeled our father or mother. You ask someone, they will show you, they will reflect you. When I become angry, or even if you go back, and if you can think back, when I become angry, whether I am behaving like my father or mother, you ask that question. When I am speaking in some other way, when I'm resolving some problems, how is that I'm resolving? Whether my father and mother did the same at one point in time. You ask this question. It means that you are modeled from your people. As a child, we model. It's called unconscious modeling. In NLP, what we will learn is the step-by-step process to model. What is modeling? I want success. There are successful people, but I am running with the old program, which is not useful. It is like driving the age-old Fiat car. Car is a car, yes. The purpose is moving from destination A to destination B. But now the technology had changed. How many of you like to use the age-old Fiat? Okay, I'll ask you this question. How many of you have a mobile that is around 1 or 2 years old, or this year mobile? How many of you have the current Android-based mobile or the iPhone-based mobile? How many of you have? Current. 1 or 2 year current, okay? You people all have? Yes, you people have? Great. You will update your system, means your laptop, your mobile, your cooker, or your home furnishing, everything. But you know what? You don't upgrade your mind. Means the strategies, how to think, how to process. Where did you learn? Did someone teach you how to decide? Did your school taught you that? Did you learn from in graduation? You know what? The same thing we are giving it to our children. We say that you read, you study. Look at that person. That child is studying. Can't you not study? Look your daddy. Look your mom. They have been the gold medalist. It won't happen, my dear friends. It means that you are not in a position to teach them how to use their mind. It's very simple. So, if you ask what NLP is first running your mind. You have something called mind, running your mind. There are various models, there are various techniques and tools. One of the model that I used is called submodality. Where your sad situation, you can move that and then work with that. It's like editing, playing with your memories. When you start playing with your memories, you become so powerful, isn't it? And when you can do that, it means your confidence rises. It means you are not a slave for that particular painful memory. You are mastering over it. Imagine what will happen in the next 6 months when you keep on practicing, learning it in a very systematic way, and also with a proper facilitative process in your life. What kind of change that you can bring in your future? Okay, so I remember a story. I also made a small video on that. It's like a village situation, and all of a sudden there's a loud cry, loud voice, and people are running towards that sound. And when they go over there and they see an elephant, an old elephant, standing, struggling to come out. And it's in a pond. Water is there, but there's also, it's a muddy slush. It got stuck. And audience around, they are so sad. They are saying, you know, bichara, someone has to help. Someone, it needs help. And they're not doing anything. There are few people who are going nearby and trying, you know, various other ways to make way for that elephant. Whatever they found, that is okay for them. But there are few people who are coming, who came over there, and they are making real effort, like bringing in the ropes and then tying the elephant and doing some kind of things and then pulling with a large crowd. Nothing happens. And then soldiers come. They also try immensely. They bring one more elephant. They try to pull this elephant from that, by that. Nothing happens. Then a wise man walks and he says, what's happening here? Don't ask me how you know wise man. You know, it's in the stories it come, no? That kind of wise man. And he observes it, he goes near, he becomes so curious. For a moment, he takes everything into account. And then he says, guys, get all the war instrument that you play for war. No? Get it now. This moment you get. And no questions asked. Because whenever we are in trouble, okay, and we want something to be resolved, we run towards it. Then the next moment, all the war instruments have been kept. And he says, now play. And they start playing with the trumpet, with the drums, everything, you know, gets up, the crescendo. And when that music is reaching that crescendo, they hear a different cry from the elephant. And that cry was so tremendous that every other object around was vibrating. And then the elephant majestically walks out. And people become curious. What happened now? What this guy did? And they come and ask him. And he says, you know what? It's very simple, by the way. That elephant is a war elephant. And it had served in wars many times. So what I did was that war instrument played, it had triggered the inner potential. The state of mind of that elephant had changed. And when that state got changed, the whole nervous system got changed. It started remembering all its past. And then once it happened, it was so easy for it to come out. But how come you did that? That is the secret. We call them wise. It means it is replicable. How to replicate? That's what we teach here in NLP. Sometimes there are many audience. Our friends give good suggestions, you know, when we are sad. It is like audience. There are few group people, they come, they say, you know, you do this, you do that, I will do this, I will do that. But that the goodness is there, but effort does not take us out. There are other people who come and they also struggle with us. But all of a sudden, a person can come and give a suggestion. and life becomes so beautiful. So here we are not saying you to look out for some person. We are saying you be that person. You be the change because your near and dear needs it. Your life is so precious. Your life is a gift. You have a beautiful mind. You have your family. When you change, when you know how to change your state of mind, when you can bring this kind of intervention, I am sure in your family, in your teams, in your community, in your organization, you will be the resourceful person. And people want to be with you. Like bees running towards the flower for that essence. People will be flocking around you. And definitely you are not going to resolve their issue. You will know how to trigger their whole state, how to work with their past and how to create their future. You know how? Because you would have done it in the process of this NLP learning. You would have gone through that. When you start doing it, experiencing it for yourself, I am sure, I will bet it. I'll bet it. I'm sure your experience that you go through, that belief, no one on this earth can change it. Because you have gone through that. You know what the change that had happened inside you. This is the deal. And the world will start observing how this happened. So lucky, you know. All the stars have come together for that, for her or him. That's how the world will say. And we also know, I also know, there are people who make things happen. There are people who watch things happen. I'm repeating this. There are people who make things happen. There are people who watch things happen. Whom you want to be. Write down in the message. Because it's important decision for you at this moment. I remember that statement, Zindagi na milega dobara. You remember that? Good. I'm seeing few people have written, make things happen. Some people, they think that I have to make things happen. They keep thinking, that's it. Come on, my dear friends. That's so wonderful of you. If there is any questions, we will take. We have another 5 minutes. We will take and we will close.
Good evening, Dr. Jay Chandra. Am I audible?
Yes, yes, you are.
I am Miss Ranjana Verma. I am doing PhD under the supervision of Dr. Disha Khanna, working on the Bhagavad Gita. And presently I am teaching in the school. So I just want to ask you a question that how I can make the behaviors of naughty children under control and how to make them convince that when we are studying in the class, it's important to study rather than to involve themselves in one or the other mischievous activities. Yes, this was my question.
Okay. So you're doing a research in Bhagavad Gita, right?
Yes.
Arjuna was
Under
also naughty.
Yes, under supervision Dr. Disha Khanna. She was
Yeah,
the one
I
who
get it.
told me to join NLP, and you are a wonderful person along with Gayatri ma'am. This is the first time attending the program, but during my research, I have read a few of the things regarding NLP.
All right. So I'll answer you this way. I started answering you. Arjuna was also a naughty kid. Okay. In NLP, there is something called understand the map of other person. So I need to understand the map of that child. It can be child or an adult. I need to understand. Okay. But usually we don't understand as teachers. Okay. We don't understand because we think in our own way. To understand that, we need to develop a rapport. And it's a step-by-step process to develop a rapport with the child. There is no child called naughty child or a bad child or a good child. Nothing like that. Child is a child.
Yes.
And there is something called learning styles. Each one of us have our own learning styles. Some are visual learners, some are auditory learners, some are kinesthetic learners, and there are mix and matches of that. When you understand this, then they will start listening to you because you know how to address them appropriately. Okay. Now,
when you talk
they are
about
naughty.
sorry, I interrupted. Yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
When you talk about developing a rapport with the kids, if you can elaborate a bit more on it, more on this thing.
Okay. There is a time constraint here, Ranjana, because it's a free talk. Rapport, it's available. You can read it. But if you want to practice it, definitely I will invite you to the workshop. But there are sources. You can try it out for yourself. Got it? Yeah.
Yes,
But I believe in personal experience.
Yes, correct.
Yes. Okay. I believe in that experience. If I want to model someone, I need to learn the process of modeling. Then I become a better model.
Yes.
You got it? Yeah.
Thank you so much,
Right.
Dr. Jay.
Thank you. Thank you. Invite you to come down to Pune. It's a wonderful city for 6 days.
Right.
Yeah. If you consider
Surely,
it as important, you'll be there.
I will surely make a plan to come over there.
So
If
it's
you
happening
decide,
on
plans are
25th.
already made.
Yeah, so 25th to 30th of July, this
Okay.
workshop is happening, certification in Pune, and I heartily welcome you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Any other questions that you people have?
Everyone has gone silent.
All right. So once again, it's time. Some people make things happen. Some people watch things happen. Some people keep sitting and imagining that one day I will make it happen. Right. And for sure, join our program. For sure, when you experience, it's your deal. You know how it is going to be. And this journey will be so special for you. And it's a process where you'll be revisiting your past. Okay. And also learn from your past and leave whatever is not necessary. And take your learnings and bring it to the here and now so that you can use it to accomplish your outcomes in the future. Invite you all. Become a better modeler. Okay. Yes. So over to you, Gayatri.
Yeah, so thank you very much, all of you. Neeti, Shruti, Harun, Vaishali. Vaishali, they responded once in a while. Ayush, Vishakha, Jatinder, Ajinkya. Ranjana, thank you for asking the question. Thank you, Alaya, for expressing. Hi, Narinder. Thank you so much, Gauri, for sharing your experience. Rutuja has done the program, so I know, it is like a refresher that she's carrying a lot of experiences with her. Thank you, Dr. Disha. It was pleasure having you. Hi, Ruchi. Happy to have you. Nanda, Vishakha, I know, you're a part of the entire journey. Thank you so much. Looking forward to have each one of you in Pune. It's a wonderful season right now, and learning is going to be amazing. There's a refresher for those who want to repeat it, and then there is for those who wants to learn it again and again. I would love to learn NLP every time, because it's a phenomenal experience. So I invite each one of you to start the camera, at least show us once. I want to see each one who has joined us today, so that we can take a small picture and celebrate this moment of having you here. Yes, happy to see Neeti. Hi. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, Dr. J, can you take a small picture, if that's okay with you? You're on mute, so we are unable to hear you. Right, happy to say Neeti. Neeti is joining from Hyderabad. She's coming to Pune. She's confirmed. Gauri is coming from Sangamner, a place near Nashik. So it is like, there's so many people. Vishakha is there from Pune, Ruchi, who's coming from Delhi. So it's like people coming from various places, creating a wonderful experience for all of us. Thank you so much.
Time for us to end.
Yes, for sure. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you all. See you all.
In Pune.